Who are we? We are the alarm at 4:30 a.m. We are practice before school and after work. We are fitness goals. We are goals. We are focused, balanced, relentless. We are real, and real sees real. We are you.
Welcome to the Techie Town Brutten Cup, where we see the second game of this wonderful day for rugby at the SISA DUKASHE Stadium in Mdantsane. The second game sees the East London Police taking on a Lovedale College. My name's Nick Clegg, and alongside me I have Junior Baleni. That first game was a wonderful game by BCM versus Unga. BCM coming back beautifully in the second half, showing that if you can hold on to the ball, Junior, good things can happen as the game goes on and the opposition get tired. We see the East London Police warming up on our left-hand side. Looks like the Lovedale College team have gone into the sheds already for that final team talk from the coaches. A great day for rugby. Slight breeze from right to left as you look at your screens. East London Police have got a great history of doing well in these sorts of competitions. Over the last couple of years, gone through numerous coaches, but all with the same strategy to win. And you can just see a whole host of coaches around with this side, and on the far side of the field in their white strip we see Lovedale College making their way onto the field. Looks like East London Police are going to go straight from the warm-up onto the turf here, Junior. Slow crowd building on the far side of the field, but a great day for rugby, Junior. As we look at some of the names from Lovedale, Sibe Chaka in jumper number 8, as well as Tembelikele in jumper number 7, Pancho, Hlumelo Pancho in jumper number 9, and hopefully some strong running there from Sisote in 13. Junior, a good opportunity for the boys from King Williamstown to show their case.
Certainly a good opportunity for those boys. A lot of guys that we're looking to see here, especially the number 9, Hlumelo Pancho, who recently made the board under 21 side. So he's going to have a lot to prove here, especially with head coach of the border main side, Mr. Tomela, in presence here at SISA DUKASHE. And here is the police side. A lot of names that are very popular amongst the East London folk. Temba Solimo, another border player here for the main side. Number 6, he's been a stalwart for the side for many, many years. And of course, Sia Ndawose and Usila Ngoma. A lovely 9 and 10 combination between those two. Another man to look out for, Kaka Bopi and Unati Mayekiso. Kakale Tubopi, the man they call Flash, as he is as quick as can be. And of course, Siko Nanto, Nyaka Kinela, Tolani Loki, Pila Laiti, and Bongile Ntutu. Oh, what a bench. What a bench for this police side. A lot of border players in this police side. Solimo, Bopi, Ntleki, Nanto. All of those representing border this year in the Currie Cups for 2024. And of course, the sun is shining quite hard. So everyone is trying to find some shade. If you can't find shade, make sure if you're coming, bring a nice cooler box with some innocent drinks. And of course, sunscreen, a load of sunscreen, please, as it is very hot here in East London, especially here at SISA DUKASHE Stadium in Year 1. And here come the police side, who are finally led on to the field, being led by Ubongani Ngolombe, the captain here for the police.
Looks like East London Police will be playing from left to right in their traditional blue and yellow. And Lovedale College playing in their white jumpers, trimmed with a little bit of green on the side there. This promises to be a fantastic fixture. Yeah, in Dansane at the SISA DUKASHE Stadium, a wonderful venue for these sorts of events, Junior, and we've got the best view in the commentary box to see all the action and bring it live to everyone watching on YouTube.
Got some lovely names here in the border. I mean, police coaching staff. Also including Wandile Ngoma, a world rugby educator. So if you're doing your level 1s and your 2s, you'll find him educating you in those. So you've got quite a strong setup there in the coaching staff. And of course, Lovedale head coach Soso Kiva, one of those will recognize that name from commentary, of course, for SuperSport.
And Lovedale started off with a deep kick in towards the 22, and police looking to run it out early. And it's the strong carry in first centre. Kholomo. And a kick out the back. Recovered at the back beautifully there by Kwikana. Looking to find the carrying Kosani. He bashes through two players. Lovedale are going to know all about Kosani by the end of this game. Junior quickly recycled to the left-hand side of the pitch for East London Police, but some of those unforced errors we saw in the first game we hoped wouldn't creep into the second, and an early knock on there in the first minutes.
Talk about that start from the big man, Siyabonga Kosani. Oh man, he's been quite the animal for this police side all season long. It's going to be a tough time tackling that man, and of course just look at the quick hands coming in. Just unfortunate that they couldn't finish that off, but you could see what they were going to do and how much of a threat that play was to this Lovedale side.
Lovedale now with their first attacking opportunity in this game. We saw this quite a lot in the first game today with Kumcha and BCM Junior, where neither side wanted to hold on to the ball long enough. This time, police trying their best to do so, but a knock on out wide in the tram lines, and this just gives Lovedale a good opportunity. And it looked like to be a tight head there from police, but a penalty given away by the front row of the police side, and Lovedale certainly will kick it towards touch and set up one of those line-outs.
Brilliant touch finder there. Brilliant here from Ulunati Ndita. So we're going to have the first line out of the day between these two sides, and hopefully we're going to see some good line out variations. With those who've watched Of course, the police side, they know how to have those variations, but very keen to see what this Lovedale side can do as well.
Lunati Ndita step deep in the fly half position here. Offloads to one of the forwards. A strong carry there by Makaza. And a turnover of possession, and police will really enjoy that defensively. A whole bunch of coaches. You mentioned some of those star coaches in the police setup, and they'll certainly know the laws and how quickly to steal the ball at the ruck situation. And they're just showing their expertise, as we mentioned. Quite an experienced side, the East London police side. And just using that experience there early on in the ruck, as they'll look for a kick to touch by the fullback, Unati Mayakiso. And a great touch finder there inside the opposition's half.
One of the boys to look out for, of course, is that Unati Mayakiso. Certainly someone who's proven himself worthy in that 15 jersey, the former Northwood boys boy.
An early injury here to one of the Lovedale College players. The first aid have certainly had their hands busy in Dansane at the SISA DUKASHE Stadium. It's lovely to see the fans starting to build up their massive game later on, where we see Walter Sisulu involved, and we know the prowess that they have as a rugby club. And the coach there, Soso Kiva, one of our commentating mates there, just getting on some big words to his general, making sure that they follow the game plan set before the game. It's always important that early on in the game, no matter what goes wrong, you stick to that game plan and build up from there. Looks to be a bit of blood for the flanker. It's also not giving his player any rest there. Blood pouring down his face, medic helping. It's also still giving instructions. Good to see the young coach getting so involved with Lovedale College. And they steal this ball from police from the lineout, and they're going to pick and go around the fringes. And that's the big man there, Lwandile Qina. And it goes to Ndita. Ripped out the tackle, but a penalty there for a high tackle. Committed there by Solimo of police. And a good opportunity here for Lunati Ndita to kick for touch. He goes for the far side of the field, believes the wind is slightly behind him. And he'll carry that up to the 10. Not the greatest kick distance-wise, Junior, but they'll be happy with the setup of the lineout inside the opposition half.
Should definitely be happy with that setup there. But I'm very silly mistake coming in here for Solimo. You know, he's a player who's been in the side for a long number of years. So he's one of the people they're going to look for when it comes to leadership, and he should be leading by example. Hopefully he'll be able to rectify that.
The ball over the top, but no one committed, so not called for a skew throw, and they'll continue to play it as police crash it up towards the halfway line. It's recycled to the strong carrying Lock Kosani. We mentioned how he loves to run with the ball, does Kosani. Good pressure applied onto Ngomo. Ngomo again quickly offloads it to Fana. Dawose doing a good job at the moment at the base of the rucks for police. Dawose again recycles it to Ngomo. And the ref not happy with something here, so just calling it stop to the game. He's going to have a word here maybe with the two captains.
Those chop tackles there, Nick. No arms were used there, he just chopped him. And that could be very dangerous for actually either player. You know, hopefully he won't do those anymore. And that's the call from the ref. Let's make some tackles and let's not chop. Mayekis is going to go for the touch finder here.
Bit of a snap kick there by the fullback. But into the 22 for the first time go East London Police, as we see the strong carry there. Through that chop tackle that you spoke of. Would be interesting to hear what Soso has to say about that at halftime. East London Police with their first real opportunity in this game, setting up a full line out. Goes over the top, but they fight for it back, and it looks like Nkosani strong carry by Fana. The two locks from East London Police, not afraid to run with the ball. Good injection of speed around the base of that ruck. Quick ball onto Kosani. He offloads it chicken wing style to Kholoma. But Lovedale doing beautifully well to get over that ball and quickly onto the ball, not allowing the players to set from East London Police. A quick pick and go down the blind side by Lovedale College. Pancho finds Ndita. And they're going to come back for the penalty, and we know Lunati Ndita is going to get his hands on the ball and kick it down to touch, set up one of those line-outs, and hopefully a good attack in opposition.
Great defensive effort coming in here from Lovedale. Also great attack coming in here from this police side, playing around the corner. They call those the navy balls. Just playing navy balls the whole time. But I think in that last one, they have failed to latch onto that guy. He went alone, and it gave Lovedale space and time to, of course, compete for that on the ground. Great effort there by Lovedale.
Luguana needs to find his jumper here, make sure it goes straight. Short line out called by Lovedale. Lovely dummy in the front pod, but the ball goes over the top and it's regathered at the back by Police. Slow ball for Ndawase. Big tackle in the midfield, ripped by the centre of Lovedale. Really applying two-man tackles at the moment are Lovedale College on Police. This time the forwards from Police deciding they need to crash it up through Ulumanko Shugu. The ball pops out at the back, but well gathered by Bongani. Another strong carry by the flanker Solimo. Onka with the ball there. The hooker did well in contact and he offloads it. And the ball gets into space. They find the half line. Ronaldo Daniels grasping onto the ball. There was Kanyiso Kholomo. Ndawose using his speed at the base of the rucks just to get the ball flowing for the East London Police. Moving forward with each attack. Great hands by Kosana, but it's intercepted against the runner play. What can Lovedale do? It's the show and go. He's down the touchline. He's got one man to beat. He steps inside. He looks for players to offload. He sidesteps past the last defender. It's a 90-meter try. Junior Baleni, take us home.
Oh man, I just mentioned Shumelo Banjo making the board on the 21 side. Look at him pick his hand up. 1v1 with Unati Mayeki. So in, out, put him on his bums and went straight under those poles. That is certainly going for those Instagram highlights there. What a start here by Lovedale College. What a start for the men from King Williamstown. Shumelo Banki. Wow.
Absorbing all the pressure early on in the game. Police have certainly had the territory and possession after 11 minutes. You're thinking they'll get on the scoreboard first. But against the run of play, maybe Police just letting the ball flow too easily. Picked up defensively by Lovedale College in a 90-meter sprint, having to evade two players on the touchline. showed the dummy kick. As we see police recycle to the left. Kosani gets it off to his wing. The inside ball back to Kosani, not picked up. It's the show and go, the sidestep, dummies the kick. Pins his ears back, no needs to step inside. Mano v Mano, 9 verse 15, steps him sideways. Asks him to take a seat. And you can see his mates in the side making as big a dive over the whitewash as he did. A great finish there by the scrum half of Lovedale College. Hlumelo Pancho doing his business. As we see Ronaldo Daniels restart for East London Police. And a knock on from the kickoff. Not the things that Lovedale College would want to concede straight after an early try like that, but a great piece of play. You can feel the energy coming off the crowd at the moment from that breakaway. Pancho looked like he had no space. All of a sudden opened up the field and went the 90-meter distance. East London Police Junior just need to put it behind them now. Keep working, keep their game plan going, work in the good areas, and the pressure and the points will come.
Lovely how the crowd is starting to fill up here at SISA DUKASHE Stadium. It is great weather to come watch some rugby, of course, and this is certainly a game and a half here. Lovedale College 7, Bobbies 0. And we've still got some exciting games coming up. We've still got, at the end of the day, I think people might call it the main event, and that is Wusu versus Forte. What a great day for rugby here at SISA DUKASHE.
A good scrum here by Bobbies. Picked up by the 8th man, recycled towards the centres. They love a skip pass to this police side. Ndawose looks for a strong carry in Solimo. Those two really combine well. Do the scrum off and the flanker. And the scrum off not having it from the flanker, telling him, put your head down, go straight. There's no time to drift. We need to break the gain line.
Now knowing this Bobby's side, they're going to go for that line-out option. They're very good when it comes to those line-outs. And we might just see a big, strong maul here from the Bobbies.
Now kicking duties exchange, and Ronaldo Daniels taking over the kicking duties there. And he finds a great touch finder on the 5 meter. Something you want all your players to be brave enough to do, to kick it down to that corner. They'll set up a good attacking line out here for the Bobbies. That's the East London Police nickname, the Bobbies. So this Techie Town Brutten Cup really heating up here as we see a loose ball over the top. We know how good Lovedale are on the counter attack, almost getting that ball, but just knocking it on as they saw the contact come in. Something you just want to hold on to that ball, put your head down, take the contact, Junior, recycle and set up for that second phase.
You know, Lovedale are going to come in hot in this game, Nick, because, you know, they're a side with a lot to prove. They want to prove a point. They want to compete in the Premier Division as well, where the Bobbies, well, aka Police, are competing, you know. So they want to prove to the people who are watching that they too are good enough to compete with the best of the best here in the border region.
Just off screen, it looks like a move is going to be worked here by East London Police. Almost set up as a triangle from the back line. With the penalty advantage, the 8th man picks up, and it's a strong leg drive. It draws in 4 players from Lovedale College up to the 5 meter. Ndawose quickly with the ball to the oncoming forwards. Slow ball for Ndawose this time, but he finds the flanker. Kwele. Penalty advantage for offsides. Ndawose quickly around the ruck. We just need to confirm if it is a try. The ref checking with his AR here awards it. Ndawase is asking the question, what was wrong with that, Mr. Ref? Junior, a great counter attack there by East London Police, fighting back into this game to get onto the scoreboard.
I was actually about to mention just before he scored, Nick, that those Lovedale guys, they compete so much at the ruck, they don't guard they pillars and posts. And just as I was about to mention that, he goes through that pillars and posts. You see in this repeat, there's no one there. There's no one there. There's two men in that ruck where there was no need here for Undita to be in that ruck. They went for that, couldn't fight that ball, couldn't get the ball. Fall back, fall out. Protect your pillar and post, because you know they might come around the corner. You're going to need all the numbers you can get, but he's stuck into that ruck, leaving that post open, and of course a man like Usia Ndawasa is going to expose that. Well done to police.
And he converts the extra 2 points, so this game level apiece again. East London Police 7, Lovedale College 7. Both sides looking to play entertaining rugby. Lovedale College at the moment having to absorb all the pressure with that breakaway try against the run of play and intercept, running the 90 meters to score it. But we haven't seen enough attacking initiative from the boys in white. We look to have the restart by Ganati. He goes deep into the 22. And running it out of trouble are the East London Police. Tsunati Maikiso puts his head down, looks for the line break. Ndawose with the box kick, the first one of the day. Well gathered at the back by the fullback. He looks up, sees some space. And a great touch finder there, deep into the 22 of East London Police. They'll still have possession of the ball, War Police, but a lot of pressure now can be applied by Lovedale College.
Lovedale College, you can see it is a well-coached side. Tasor Shata Ace doing the most that they can with these boys. Not often that you see a fullback catching it in the half of the opponent's neck and not trying to run that ball, but instead caught it and saw that there was no one behind on the left-hand side of that field. The wing had drawn up and joined the defensive line, so he kicked behind him, forcing the turnaround and, of course, getting that line out so close to the line.
There's almost no excuse today. The wind is not strong enough to be blamed for those skew throws. We saw a couple in the first game. It's creeping, as we mentioned, into the second. And they'll be disappointed with that line out throw. It looks like the ref is going to let a reset happen here. Maybe not happy with the spacing. Even as an attacking side junior, you need to set that spacing correctly, because if you step inside that space in the throw that was straight could look to be deemed skew. And a lot of pressure here by East London Police at that line out, and a erratic pass by the scrum off out the back. And Lovedale College just looking to move the ball wide. They had numbers. As I just peep over the commentator's screen here, numbers out wide, but unfortunately another handling error in the middle of the field there by Ganati. And the number 12 jumper just unfortunately unable to hold on to it for Lovedale College. Another attack just coming to a stop because of a handling error.
I think the boys might have just panicked a bit there, you know, because it wasn't a bad pass into the hands of Ganati. Ganati is one of the star players here for this Lovedale side. Unlike him to make such an error, especially so close to the opposition line.
The first 20 minutes of this Tacky Town Bruton Cup Game 2 has just blown by. Feels like the game has just started, but we're 20 minutes in already, so all the nerves should be out the system now. The players should start setting into their routines. As we see a set piece move here from the Bobbies. Fly half and fullback set behind each other. They're going to wrap it around to the left-hand side. It's a strong run, a bit of a high tackle there by Lovedale College. Penalty advantage for Bobbies. And this is a good exit for them here. Just kick it out into touch, set up that line out. And we know how dominant they are up front with their forwards.
This match is a big match here. It's a sort of David and Goliath. And you can almost, you know, if you keep up, of course, with the banter that happens on social media between these two sides, you know who David is, you know who Goliath is. And Lovedale proving that the small man can win. Small man can do good. And I think if they hold on to what they're doing, ask questions, of attack and defense. They could walk away with this, Nick, but you can play good for a certain number of minutes. The question is, can you play good up until the end of this game?
That certainly is the question, and unfortunately, Kumcha in the first game couldn't. They held on beautifully in the first half, leading 9-5 at halftime, and losing that game 32 points to 12. So at the moment, Lovedale College having to absorb a lot of pressure as we see a rock and roll maul from East London Police. Going from their own 10 now to the opposition 10, a good 20-25 meters. It keeps going. I know this will get the coaching staff on their feet and happy. And it keeps going, Junior. It hasn't stopped. They keep marching on towards the 22. They have a penalty advantage. It eventually comes to a stop. It's brought down to ground just outside the 22. A poor pass from the scrum half sees the centre in a bit of trouble. And the ref's going to his pocket early in this game, Junior. Not something you want to see.
I think desperate times there. They saw how that ball was moving back so much, and ill discipline came into play there. And of course, a yellow card will be the result of that. Unfortunate here for the Lovedale side, but what a maul coming in from the Bobby side. We've seen them do it quite often here, and we know the coaches that they have. We know that they've got a whole lot of forward specialists in their coaching staff, and this is the result of that. Two well-coached teams here. Man, oh man, Nick, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what these guys still have in store for us.
Yeah, unfortunately there, all the way to Tutela, being carded for the team infringement. Deliberate sacking of that rolling maul, but that promises to be very dangerous for this Lovedale College side if they're not able to stop the maul early on when they're fresh. Later on in this game, those lineouts are going to cause a problem, and straight away we know Police going to knock it out into the corner with Ronaldo Daniels, and they'll set up for a lineout just off the 5 meter. Lovedale know what's coming. Will there be a switch around here for the East London Police?
Lovely throw in here from the Bobbies. Moving forward here, the Bobbies. It looks like the ref is going to blow that whistle. It looks like a flag went up from the AR. Not too sure what the call was there, but they might just go for a restart. No. I can't tell what the ref is doing with his hands there, Nick. Sort of DJing, I don't know.
So, loving the music provided here by Dansani FM. But a scrum called for here, it looks like, and they're going to have to substitute a player, obviously, to get a front rower on. And that's the problem when you let your team down by receiving a yellow card if you're in that front row. One of your key players, your ball winners at a ruck situation, generally has to come off. Looks like the AR wasn't happy with something that Bobbies did at the line-out. Maybe shifting too much, stepping into that gap. So penalised off. And a great step around the side by Lovedale. And they'll put it to boot. A good kick chase here. Could see a lot of pressure by Lovedale College on the fullback from Bobbies. But he does well to evade the first. He's got support on his inside. Steps past the second. Another high tackle advantage here for Bobbies. The fullback there from Bobbies Jr. had players on his outside. Was it a good option to go by himself? Should he have maybe let the ball move through the hands after he broke that first tackle?
You know, I think either option was good here, but he got the meters that he was supposed to make. But if he had made that, just that first tackle there on Umayeki, so Umayeki's breaking through 1, 2, 3 players just to gain some ground here for the police side. And it looks like it was the number 10, Sila Ngomo, who was beaten on the outside there. Can't blame him. Supuja is quite the speedster there on the wing.
Onka with the feed for police. Great find there to Kosani. And another maul here, but Onka attacks the blind side. Good hands to Kosani. The lock with the offload from the ground. Lovely wraparound play here by East London Police. They find Ronaldo Daniels. He juggles the ball, fights to stay in field. He does so brilliantly. And a penalty 1 year. Lovedale off their feet at the ruck. And they don't want to give away those sorts of penalties while trying to absorb all this pressure.
Lovedale desperate in defense there. Just getting those hands in the ruck when they're not supposed to. And of course have cost themselves a penalty now. And you almost certainly know here, Nick, that they're going to go for that maul here. They're very good with that maul, so they can stick to that DNA and go for the maul. But the question now is, will Lovedale be able to defend that?
Onka with the feed. Needs to make sure he finds his jumper. Goes down the middle. They set up for that maul. Lovedale knew what was coming. Looked for the sack, but it was slow and late. And they don't want to give too many penalties away here in the red zone. The ref will go to his pocket again as they pick and go towards the try line. A step closer, picked up by the big number 25. Somehow the scrum off from Lovedale, making sure his body was on the line. A ball out the back and through the legs. Almost looking like a trick play. 5 Lovedale tacklers come in there and a try by the centre. Somehow getting the ball down between 5 Lovedale College players. Bit of scrappy play there by the Bobbies, but they'll be happy to get over the whitewash.
A great try here by the Bobbies. That looks like, yes it is, Simtleki, former Leopards under 20 player, who's done quite a lot here, who's also represented Border in the 2024 Currie Cup this year.
And Kleki would know this ground well as we see the kick to add the extra 2, and it's taken. So East London Police leading the Lovedale College Rugby Club 14 points to 7. And Kleki, as I mentioned, played for Border earlier this season on this field, and he knows all about getting over the whitewash. He was a big impact player in that game coming off the bench. And we see the strong leg drive there by the forwards. Recycled. It's a bit of a messy recycle here from Dawase. Through the legs, almost like a trick play. Kleki sees the line, backs himself strong in contact, is the centre, and over he went. And great finish there by the Bobbies backline player.
Kleki certainly taking after his big brother Lonwabo Kleki, who also played for this Bobby side and Border. Former Cares boy, both of them Klekis, up in Johannesburg. And his brother is currently with the Lions on the 20 side.
Looking to run themselves out of their 22, not looking for that kick exit, but being held up in the midfield and somehow ripping it. A lovely offload by the big man to Konka. And Lovedale on the counter attack put the grubber through. And Police do well just to shuffle back and get that ball down. But it's that man again, Hlumelo Pancho, doing the damage for Lovedale College, looking for those grubbers through the back. Very aware of the space behind the fullback is the Lovedale College scrum off. You can see the fans not impressed with that.
Oh man, lovely to see Upancho, but it's Kakaletu Opi who was on the chase there, the number 11 here for the Bobbies. He's not a man you're going to win a foot race with. Kakaletu, aka Flash, That's who they call him. Former Madiba's Vaster Shield player.
This game is getting a bit fasty there in the trenches. Big hits coming in from the forwards from both teams around the ruck area. You can see a loose ball and the 8th man again doing a good job. Bongani for Bobbies to pick it up and clean it. He's not afraid of the dirty work. This is a great opportunity just to mention the sponsors, Junior Techie Town, sponsoring this Techie Town Brutten Cup, as well as Castle Lager and FNB. Lovely to see the initiative from 3 big companies here in South Africa getting involved in the Techie Town Brutten Cup. Its first event hosted in the Eastern Cape. Brutten standing for Border Rugby Union's top 10 sides and rugby clubs, and a great initiative brought to the Eastern Cape.
Bobby's bench has got Nanto, another border player there. Yaka Grinela, those of East London will know, he's one of the players who've played for this Bobby side for a number of years. The crowd filling in, of course. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, and the kids are here just to enjoy some good rugby, of course, between the Bobbies and Lovedale. Lovedale certainly the strongest side in their division, winning their division back to back to back to back every single year.
Yeah, and with Bobbies leading this game 14 points to 7. This is a good opportunity for Lovedale to get themselves back in the mix, winning themselves a penalty 10 meters from the line.
Looks like that's Sinatemba Chogolwana, aka Snatch, the man who's been penalized there. Kanati is going to ask for the cone, of course, and try and attempt the 3 points to make it 10 points to 7, and maybe end this half on top of the world. Certainly gets it over. And there we have it, ladies and gents. Kanati giving Lovedale some hope there. Just about 4 minutes to go until the halftime hooter. Lovedale College 10 points, just trailing behind by 4, and it's a restart here by the winger, caught here safely here by the prop, still moving here, looks like Ukina. Pancho runs into 2 defensive players here from this Bobby side. Pancho, lovely box kick here. But he's going to find Kosani all the way at the back here. Big strong ball carrier. Kosani beats one. Tries to find Mayeki, so but he had someone else there. Solimo, still moving. Solimo eventually brought down. Dawose finds Holoma. Strong carry coming in here from Kosani. Mayekiso finds his number 10 here. I've seen him go a couple of times here. That was it. There's a fight for it on the ground here. Referee says no problem with that. Mayekiso at first receiver boots it downfield here, but there are going to be people there to answer. Tries to break loose here, but just can't. Taboi. They're going to try boot it. Collect it again here. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely coming in from Lovedale. Oh, just couldn't hold on to the ball. Knocked back is the call here from the ref. Still moving. A man on the outside here. Tries to bump him off here, but great defense coming in from Solimo. Lovedale showing everything they can here. Holding on is the call here from the ref. Quick tap and go. Lovedale still moving forward. Inch by inch come Lovedale College. They've got numbers on the outside here. Finds Ukanati. Still moves here. We've got a game on our hands here, ladies and gents. Lovedale! Oh, just couldn't complete that, Lovedale. Just couldn't complete that. But it looks like an advantage was being played here by the ref. They are going to go back to that advantage. It's going to be a penalty here for Lovedale. Lovedale going to ask to go for the poles again to make this 13 points to 14. Oh man, just couldn't complete that. Umagaza. Ganati asking for the poles here. Ganati to make it 13 for Lovedale. Ganati, 13 for Lovedale, 14-13. Just a couple of seconds to go before we end this half here at SISA DUKASHE Stadium. What a matchup, ladies and gents. As we wait for the restart here from Ronaldo Daniels. Daniels with the restart, booted nice and high. Collected safely here by Lovedale. The siren has gone, but looks like a penalty once again. Quick tap here by Upancho. Still moves Upancho. Lovedale still in possession here. Fullback steps, collected again, the fullback, no, collected here by Solimo. Ball in possession now of the Bobbies. The halftime hooter has gone. I think the best option for these sides will be to end it. And that is the halftime hooter, ladies and gentlemen. 14 points to 13. Oh, what a matchup here between these two powerhouses. Lovedale, East London Police. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, do not go away. We will go into the halftime now. Make sure you get those drinks out. Make sure you get those snacks out, because the second half, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, it will be a clash of the Titans.
Who are we? We are the alarm at 4:30 a.m. We are practice before school and after work. We are fitness goals. We are goals. We are focused, balanced, relentless. We are real, and real sees real. We are you.
I'm standing here with the president of the Bobby's Rugby Club, where we are at the Tacky Town Brutten Cup. What do you feel about this initiative and it coming to East London?
Nick, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's a very, very good initiative, especially for border rugby. We're so grateful to have Tacky Town and all the sponsors, F&B, on board. What I've seen today, I've never seen it before in the border rugby. So yeah, we're excited. We're very honored about the opportunity. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity here, given by the sponsors Tacky Town, Castle Lager, and F&B, as you mentioned. Just one more shout out. How do you think the Bobbies have gone so far in the first half?
The boys have started slowly. I think also they're not used at starting games at this time, 12 o'clock. But yeah, I'm sure the boys will get back. I've seen an upset on the first game, and I'm worried Lovedale might also cause an upset. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and we encourage you at home to stay on the YouTube channel and keep following us here at the Tacky Town Brutten Cup. Welcome back to the second half where we see Bobby's taking on Lovedale College. Bobby's leading this game 14 points to 13. A tight game here. Junior spoke to the president of the Bobby's Rugby Club. He said he saw upsets in the first game. He doesn't want an upset here. As we see Ronaldo Daniel starts with a high-hanging restart. Worked on the blind side by Lovedale. We know how good they are around the fringes. Good ball being worked by Bobby. He's just taking it towards the center of the park. Good shift there between the two flanks. But play being halted here, juniors. There's a player down from Lovedale early in the second half.
Hopefully it's not anything too bad. And it looks like it is a star player, Ganati. Hopefully he'll be up quite quickly here. You can only imagine what was being said in those sheds at halftime here next week. Both teams are going to come out guns blazing. Of course, the Lovedale knowing that they're the team that no one's not expecting, you know, to win. They're the underdogs at the moment, so they've got a lot to prove. And of course, the guys in blue, Bobbies, are the ones who know, or well, they know that people are expecting them to win. They know that people will not understand back home if they lose this game, so they need to defend this. They need to make sure that this doesn't happen for them. So all in all, it's quite, you know, the matchup for both sides.
There's been bursts of excitement in this game, but as a whole, it's been a bit scrappy from both sides. A lot predicted for both sides as this Techie Town Brutten Cup gets underway this weekend, and a stolen line out there by Bobbies, and they look to recycle the ball through the forwards. Strong leg drive in the tackle takes play into the half of Lovedale College. Another run by the flanker. Kwele. Ronaldo Daniels fumbles the balls at his shoelaces. He's tossed out into touch. Like when you take the trash out on a Monday morning, he won't be happy with that little toss into the touchline. But good defensive play by Lovedale at the moment, knowing that they only trail by 1 point, looking to fight back into this fixture, Junior.
Definitely looking to fight back this Lovedale side. There was a lovely 4v1 there, and can't imagine what would have happened if that ball got into the safe hands, of course, of Ronaldo Daniels. Oh, twinkle toes, yeah. It drives straight back into traffic, number 13. You're trying to boot it, but it looks like the ball will be knocked on here. Bobby's not too sure of that call. Showing dissatisfaction with that call here, the Bobbies, but nonetheless will go down for a scrum. Feed in, of course, coming in from Shumelo Pancho. Certainly a man to look out for in the second half. He had a great first half here, so he's one of the players who are picking their hands up for man of the match, of course.
Oyatando Fana just going down there, holding that knee a little bit before he went down. I saw he was hobbling towards the scrum, decided it's best just to go down and get some treatment. There's also a good time for the forwards maybe just to huddle, catch their breath a bit. It's only been 4 minutes into the second half, but it's always tough to restart. It's almost easier at the end of 40 minutes just to continue than to stop, get your breath back and then restart. You've got to burn those engines of the big men up front and make sure that they keep moving the packs forward. And unfortunately there we're going to see Oyatandwa Fana coming off, and he'll be replaced by Pila Laiti in a jumper number 19. The way Lovedale College have set up here, you can certainly expect a crash through the first receiver. Fly half sets himself wide, 2 inside runners. And it is a short ball onto the centers. He steps through the first tackle. Good footwork there by Ganati. Strong carry there by Sisipa Gosa. Wins a penalty quickly taken by the fly half. He finds the elusive fullback, Wikana. And another penalty given against Bobbies here. They're just giving away too many penalties at the moment, Junior.
It's going to cost them dearly if they're going to keep conceding penalties here, because this Lovedale side is quite hungry, and as soon as they get into the safe kicking zone, they are going to trust the safe boot of Usima Ganati to get them over for the next 3 points. The score is 13 points to 14. It is a close encounter. They need to start remembering that.
That's certainly true. They need to remember that it's a close game at the moment, and they don't have the buffer as they would have expected coming into this fixture. But as you mentioned, a bit of a David versus Goliath, and we all know how that story ended, and Lovedale would love to be called David by the end of this fixture. As we see an exit kick for the Bobbies, but a great kick chase here by Ronaldo Daniels. He's sidestepped though, and it's going to open up the field on the far side for Lovedale College. We know how good they are on the counter. Unfortunately, no one to pass to, needed to go to boot, and kicked it out on the full. None of the players disappointed though with that from Lovedale, as they know how well that player did under pressure.
You saw how he was stepped there by Hlumelo. Of course, the star man, Hlumelo. He's got quite the gas on him as well. Just outpacing Kleki there. But if there's one mistake players like to make, is that they come rushing into a tackle, knowing when you come rushing into a tackle, especially if the man has space, he's going to step you. It takes just one simple change of direction for you to get lost into that step. So maybe try slowing down just a bit as soon as you get close, so you can handle your own footwork as well.
Couple of replacements for the Bobby side, just maybe looking to get some fresh legs on in this fixture. A couple of sore bodies as well, and that looks to be the scrum half Ndawose, who's going to come off, and he's being replaced by Eric Mbukana. A bit of a defensive line out here for Bobbies inside their own 22. Looks like they've set up for a crash through the middle, but Lovedale College, they put the big man there to make the tackle. A lovely dummy play here by Bobbies with the drive off a short line out, not expected by Lovedale. It just allows them to exit their 22, but penalised here, and you can see how happy the Lovedale College boys are about that.
Oh, Lovedale College. Lovedale College are certainly going to go for the 3 points again. Talk about great defensive effort from Lovedale. It looked like they were doing something right here This break off here by Unanto, the border player. As soon as he got to the ground here, not too sure what that call was, but the referee obviously having way better vision than we do up top here. And Ukanati obviously going for the next 3 points here to make the 16 points to 14. Certainly loving what Lovedale is bringing to the table here, Nick. Ganati boots it. Ganati just couldn't secure it. Goes a bit to the left-hand side here. Unfortunate for this Lovedale side.
It's a massive exit from 122 to the next. Fumbled at the back. Baso Bucha. And Flamelo Pancha somehow gets the ball back from his own kick. And this time kicks it out on the full, so they'll set up for a line out just on the 10-meter. A little bit of errors creeping into the scrum half's game. He's been immaculate so far, maybe trying to do too much all at once.
Probably just that. But man, oh man, Flamelo Pancho. Someone to look out for, of course, especially when the Curry Cup under 20 starts. The referee is going to ask that they restart, as he was still trying to get the affairs in order from this Lovedale side. Nanto with the restart here. Plays it nice and short here.
Unfortunately there, Kosani just knocking it on forward. He's been a good ball carrier. He's saying to the ref, he pulled his hands away. There was no snatch and grab there, Mr. Ref. But the ref has been alert and on top of this game all day. The officials have been absolutely fantastic in this Teki Town Brutten Cup in game 1 and this game 2. We've really been blessed with great officials. You mentioned in the first game that officials can make or break a game, and so far the team not trying to make it about them but allowing the good flow of running rugby, and it's just those sorts of knock-ons that's slowing down the game.
A lot of errors here. Yeah, Kakrinela just complaining to the ARs that the binding seems to be an issue here for his opposite prop.
Great scrum there by Bobbies. We haven't seen that for a long time. And I just had to watch it of enjoyment. Then I remembered I had to commentate on this game. It was a beautiful piece of art there from Bobbies. Almost sucking in the Lovedale college players in the scrums. Not really putting any shoves on in the last 10 minutes in those scrums. But this time, in an attacking opportunity and a big shove by the forwards. Getting a dominant penalty as we see here. Almost running forward. The ref just stood still and knew he was going to award that penalty straight away. Ronaldo Daniels to the touch, and they're going to send up a line out just inside the 22.
And on the other side of news, on the other side of the southern hemisphere, Springboks are leading 18 points to 12. So it is a good day certainly for our country. Bobby is coming in hot, trying to play around the corner here. Yaka Grinela.
Slow ball for Bobbies. They look to use the right-hand side of the field. They've got numbers if they can release it, but a great ball and all tackle there by Siteto. Doing beautifully well, but unfortunately there was a penalty advantage. And this game was building up to be a feisty one. And if you hear The noise in the background, it's just a little bit of handbags. The ref unaware of it, and Kosani is having no part of it. The lock trying to have a quick tap and go. He turns to his coaches while the ref goes and sorts out what's happening on the far side of the field. And he shows he wants to have a scrum. He knows how dominant the scrum is. And I think it's a great opportunity for the Bobby side here. Junior set up the scrum on the about 10 meters from the try line. And get some more points on the board.
Like you said, it is a great option here because they've got, I think the second time now, they've gotten a penalty off that scrum. So that's something that they might be looking to do here, showing that they are very good at those scrums here. They get a penalty, maybe go for the line out again, get that ball in and put that try up in the corner there for the Bobbies.
Lots of conversations happening here just off screen between the forwards. Looks like Kosani is not going to get his dream of having a scrum. He looks frustrated with the call. He's chatting to his teammates saying we should definitely have the scrum, and maybe chatting to one or two of those that were involved in the handbags on the far side and saying, you see what you've done? You've let us down. We had an attacking opportunity. Now it's turnover of possession, and Lovedale are going to get a good opportunity to exit from inside their own 22. The ref just explaining to the captains and the player involved as to why he's reversing his penalty. And that's really disappointing for the Bobby side, who only lead by 1 point at the moment. Would have enjoyed a bit of a buffer if they got points on the board. Interesting tactic by Lovedale to tap and go inside their own 22. They shift the ball to the right-hand side. Space opens. Can they fire the half flyer? They do so, but he's well shepherded out towards the flanks of the field. Another quick tap and go by the fly half. He offloads it to the strong carrying flanker, but unfortunately just holding on in the tackle, and a turnover of possession for Bobbies on the halfway.
Oh man, referee dishing out penalties like free food. Goodness me. Penalty after penalty, and they're just swapping. Oh, not the best of kicks here for Daniels. Not the best of kicks here for Daniels. A chance to try and get these guys away here from the pressure. And instead he adds on. It's looking good for Lovedale so far, I must say, Nick.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think the pressure that they are applying are making these unforced errors from the Bobby side. We spoke to the president at the halftime break, and he said he just wished that the boys continued to play the game plan that was set up pre-game and not worry about the pressure and the noise around them. But it seems like instead of being able to absorb and adapt, they're seeming to succumb to the pressure applied here by Lovedale College. A well-coached side, as you mentioned, in the first half, just absorbing the pressure were Lovedale, and now looking to play their expansive game of rugby. As we see some replacements coming off, and that's the big man Oluwetu Tutela, just giving a clap out to the crowd that were acknowledging his game time. Put in a good shift, did the front row, and we'll set down for a scrum here just off the halfway line. It's going to be that man Hlumelo Pancho to feed. It's another good scrum here by Bobby's. Pancho needs to play it quickly. And a good tackle to slow down the play, but another loose ball and nearly picked up there by the flanker. The ref seemed to have missed that knock on, so play on. And a penalty here to Bobby. It's just too many penalties either way at the moment, not allowing the game to flow.
A whole lot of penalties that the ref is dishing out. but an advantage was being played. A great touch finder here from the Bobbies. Oh, almost just threw that ball away, but imagine if it was picked up here by Utembi Makaza. Oh man, Tembekile is certainly showing that he's got some gas on him as a big flanker. But nonetheless, we're back for a line out here. And it's going to be Usiko Nanto, the border player, with the throw in here for the Bobbies.
Not a bad plan here by the Bobbies, just to regroup, get some positive words of affirmation in, you know, encourage each other, maybe some strong words just to keep each other on the right path here, keep your head straight. They don't want to give it away with any of those lackluster penalties that they've been giving away in good attacking opportunities. And Nanto will look for his jumper, he finds him. And they'll set up for one of those rolling mauls. We know how effective this can be. Lovedale need to be careful coming in from the side there. And Bobby's just holding it and walking it into the 22. Can they hold it all the way? Penalty advantage from coming in at the side entry. It slowed down, so they're going to use it out wide. Ronaldo Daniels as a dummy runner. Mhleki with the ball. He looks to break through the tackles. A strong leg drive. He needs support players around him. Quickly recycled out the base of the ruck. Lovely offload into the infield to the fly half. Ngoma. And a second penalty in the 22. So just too many penalties given away from Lovedale. Interesting call here by Bobbies. Do they take the 3 points and just start extending their lead? Or are they going to trust Ronaldo Daniels to go to the corner?
I do think that that maul, though, was stopped prematurely. If they continued with that maul, maybe they would have found their feet again. They broke off a bit too prematurely with that maul. But again, I'm sure there's going to be the obvious call here. Lovedale need to make sure that they don't do anything hasty like competing in the end. They've done just that. They've applied some sort of pressure, so it was good for them.
And that pressure just creating a bit of chaos at the back for Bobbies and knocking it on. And you can see how happy the Lovedale crowd are, or rather the players are, winning that knock on. They're happy to scrum inside their own half. They know the scrum half's going to have to feed it quickly. Looks like they've had a replacement on there at scrum half. Just trying to see where Hlumelo Pancho has moved. I'd be very surprised if they've taken him off the field entirely. Looks like he's moved out to fullback. And a little kick over the top into space. Bobby's coming from all over the park. The bounce of the ball favorable for Lovedale. They get it back. And another crash ball by the first centre. He's not afraid to run it into contact. Is Ganati. And the ref just indicating there that Bobby's knocked it on. It's always tough to knock it on when you're the defensive side. Must have come in the tackle. And unfortunately for Bobby's just setting up another scrum here for Lovedale and their elusive backline.
This Lovedale side maybe just made the mistake of trying to play this ball a bit too often in their half. They should play downfield, because on attack they ask way more questions than this Lovedale side. On attack, they are the better guys. So they should play or kick that ball downfield, keep it in the half of Lovedale, or the Bobbies, and then start playing from there instead of playing here. Now, silly mistakes are going to cost them big time here. A knock-on has been made.
Massive miscommunication by the 8th man and scrum half. And that just brings on a couple of substitutions. Soso Kiva, he's seen enough. Wants to get some fresh legs on, does the coach. Lovedale are not out of this game. They trail by 1 point. They've absorbed all the pressure again. We know how good they are on the counter. If they can just recycle the ball more, but Junior, keep the phases going and draw in those Bobbies defenders, put a kick out the back and use their speedsters, they could put Bobbies under a lot of pressure.
Looks like another change is being made there. And it will be Ubongile Ntuku who has come on here for Uzanotolo.
A lovely scrum by Bobby, setting up, marching forward. No answer at the scrum time by Lovedale College, and a penalty. I think Bobbies really need to consider going for poles. They've had a couple of penalty opportunities, not able to add to the points tally. Probably 9 points missed for, if we go for poles, kicking opportunities, Junior, and it's something that they're going to have to consider with 15 minutes to go.
Great touch finder there by Daniels. And just look at how strong that these guys are at these scrums here. They are having a great day, a field day, so they say, with those scrums. They just need to make sure now that they're able to catch this ball and go for that more that they should or want to do at the moment. Execution seems to be an enemy of progress here for this Bobby side.
Great rolling maul by the Bobbies, and they get closer and closer, almost looking like they're fighting for the ball at the base of that. And a great try there by the substitute hooker. Junior, you called us, walk us through it. It looks like the ref is going to his pocket. He's just writing down the score this time. I haven't seen him pull out the book. I thought he was going to penalize them for trying to collapse that more, but Nanto there, you mentioned a border player coming on and doing the business at hooker and adding his value at the base of that rolling maul.
Definitely adding some value there, Nanto. Seen him do or score a lot of those tries there for border, and now he's doing the same here for this Bobby side. They shouldn't give up just yet, Lovedale. On attack, they certainly, like I've said before, they are asking way more questions on attack than the Bobby side here. It's just that when they get those penalties, they can't seem to defend those set pieces. Those set pieces are very important. That's where you win your games. Great kick. Great kick there by the Bobbies to add 2 more points to the tally. And that is Silame Ngoma. Silamlele Ngoma putting it in for this Bobby side to get the points to 21 points to 13. Not too long to go here, ladies and gents. Not too long to go here for Lovedale to try and make a comeback, to try and get a smash and grab here. But the question is, will the Bobbies allow that to happen? Bobby's just making a mistake now of trying to play this ball in this half. Not an ideal thing to do here. An exit should be the next option here for the Bobbies.
You're certainly right. An exit kick, and just as you mentioned it, giving away the penalty, a quick tap and go here by Lovedale. They've got numbers. He looks on his outside, saw a prop, realized it's not the man to pass to in the tram lines, holds on to it, and somehow the center burst through a couple tackles. A loose ball pounced on by the reserve scrum off. This game getting frenetic. The crowd really getting involved, loving an underdog story. And the loose head prop wiggling his way over. Luandile Qina. Unfortunately being held up, but a great opportunity there for Lovedale, and it just comes down to that exit that you were speaking about, Junior. Bobby's not getting the ball onto the boot and getting out of their own half.
They're ahead now on the scoreboard, and I think maybe that's just going to get to their heads a bit. There is absolutely no reason for you to be playing in your half, especially in such a tough encounter. You know that these guys have been showing you a hard time the whole game, but still, you go play that ball in your half, and this is the end result of it. It's going to be a big scrum for these Bobbies guys, but Lovedale will try get this ball out very quickly. Defense is of the utmost importance. Here come Lovedale! Oh, nearly there! Nearly there for Lovedale. Inches away here from the try line.
It's a slow ball for Lovedale, but they still have possession, and this is what we spoke about. And that player is going to be penalized, and the ref, I'm sure, is going to go to the pocket. Bit of a professional foul there. Sealing off that ball. He knew what he was doing was the big 8th man. And Lovedale looking for a quick tap and go here. And Luguana was over the ball. He's sent to the trams, and they're going to go with the big number 4. Strong man carries it straight forward. Scrum off looking for runners. France Lamani. Recycle to Luguana. Pancho on the ball again at scrum off. Nice to see him back in his starting position. Clemelo Pancho taking charge now. Digs deep. Finds Klina. Klina brought to ground quite quickly. Pancho looking for some runners, but some great defense here shown by Bobbies. Driving Lovedale back. A snap here by the fullback. Bukana. But a turnover of possession for Bobbies, and then a knock on as they try to break away. Big overlap on the far side. Junior just unable for Lovedale just to hold on to possession, but you can see the players just keep it tight. Let's hold on to it.
Oh, just look here. Almost he reaches out and he's pulled back. Oh, being a lightweight must suck it sometimes.
I can't understand your sentence. I've never been in that position, but I know the crowd in the background. We could just see the young lady was jumping up thinking the man had gone over the whitewash. But not so, and that's not all gym work, that defensive tackle there by the first centre. That's a bit of guts and determination not to allow Lovedale to get over the whitewash. And it's lovely to see that that's still present in club rugby, playing for the pride and the passion of the jersey and the club. Many of these players really proud of their club, watching their uncles, some of their parents even playing, their fathers playing for these different clubs. And it's become a big tradition to play for your childhood club that you've grown up to watch here in the East London region. And some of the spectators that have come in, and it's really filling up. And you only really hear the noise, Junior, when you go down to the field and you hear a big hit or a break through the gain line. The crowd really come alive. You see another fumble at the back by the flanker in the 8th man position. And Lovedale trying to run it, getting their speedster on. Ronaldo Daniels doing well to shepherd him out towards the touchline. Ref says it's free ball, but Lovedale get it back through their playmaker, Clemelo Pancho. Pancho really just decided he's going back to scrum off for the rest of this game, it seems. Trying to get more involved. He was quiet when he was out on the wing. Pancho goes wide. Almost an intercept here by the Bobbies. You can hear the crowd. But a penalty for offsides, a quick tap and go. And another penalty here. The ref's going to go to his pocket again. This means that there's going to be 2 players off the field for Bobbies. This ref, no, not afraid of penalties, Junior, as we see a quick tap and go to the big number 17. He's held up just short of the post. But the ref has called them back. That penalty not taken from the mark. Looks like one of the players from police has gone down with an injury. Maybe one of those tactical injuries. Just slow the game down. get some water on, let the boys breathe a bit. They've been defending this try line.
Definitely a tactical. That is Solimo, who's been wondrous here for this Bobby side. But 13 versus 15, Nick, how on earth are you going to defend? How on earth are you going to defend against people who are two-man more than you? I don't know about you, Nick, but I see a smash and grab here. Almost could happen.
With 5 minutes to go, trailing by 8 points, it will be interesting to see what the tactics are. Do Lovedale just snap a quick penalty here, then set up and hope to fight back, or will they go for the try and then just trail by the 1 point with the conversion? As we see, it's going to be a tap and go here by the big man Gosa. Pancho onto the ball. Show and go by the lanky Glani. Klumelo Pancho finds the strong carry in Makaza. Pancho looks left, looks right, goes to the left. Another penalty advantage here for Lovedale. And Lovedale stretching, over they go. The ref pointing at the spot, a great try. The crowd erupts. The players are excited, and it's that man, Klumelo Pancho, doing the business. Decided he was moved out to the centres and the wing early on in the second half. Decided by himself to come back to the scrum half position. We know how busy he is in and around that ruck area. And Pancho goes over the line. This is going to set up a tense 4 minutes. Yeah, as we mentioned, Bobby's 2 players off the field at the moment. 15 players to 13. $21 points to 8 with a kick to come. This is a vital kick for Lovedale College, and it's going to be that man, Ganati, the strong ball carrying centre. He'll look to add the extra 2. It's an attempt charged down by Ronaldo Daniels. But that ball just curling enough to keep inside the poles. And it's going to make this encounter a really fascinating one. 21 points to 20. Bobby's lead Lovedale College. You can see Klumelo Pancho. A penalty there. Quick tap and go by the scrum half. The show and go steps 1, steps 2. Stretches over the line with defenders all on top of him. And over he goes. Picked up by his teammates. They know how big he has been in this game. Ronaldo Daniels now needs to hang this up enough for a good kick chase by the Bobbies. He goes too deep. And play opens up here for Lovedale. He's got support left and right. He decides on the wrong option and keeps the ball in to himself. A big hit in the midfield. Can be lucky he wasn't penalized for a hard tackle. Just not the right decision there by the fullback Kikana. He gathers it well, steps past 1, 2, 3. Jinx himself out of trouble. Support both ways. Needs to let it go there. Holds on to the ball. A bit of a hard tackle on him. But being penalized. Oh, Lovedale for the knock on. And this just plays into the hands of the Bobbies. A minute and a half to go roughly on the clock. Leading by 1 point. They'll take all the time they can. Reassuring these injuries. Letting their forwards catch their breath. They need to make sure that they play in the opposition half. They don't want to run it out from their own half and make an error like Junior mentioned earlier. And it's a slow set by the scrum. And Bobby's just been really tactical now at the moment. They need to be careful that they don't give a penalty away. We know how accurate the kicker from Lovedale College can be off the kicking tee. And although this is on the 10 meter, it's almost bang in front of the poles. It's a slow feed by Bobby's. And they get the ball out quickly to a strong carrying centre. He crashes it up towards the halfway line. It's quickly recycled out the back. This is the first time we've seen Kosani run with the ball in the second half. He's been really quiet as the lock forward. Slow ball with the screen in the front. Lovedale doing their best to try get their hands on the ball here. There goes the hooter. I'm sure Bobbies are not going to waste any time, and they do so straight away. Put it onto the boot and kick it out, and they snatch a victory here. Do the East London Police over the Lovedale College side. 21 points to 20, a fantastic effort by both clubs. We spoke to the president of the Bobbies Rugby Club at the halftime break. He said anything was possible in this game. He hoped that his club could hang on, and they've done just that. Hang on to the very end. You can see the players there just grateful for this opportunity at the Taki Town Brutten Cup, sponsored by Taki Town, Castle Lager and FMB. And just a reminder, we've still got 2 games coming up. The first game that we saw today was a great victory by the BCM boys over Umcha. This time, Police taking out a victory over Lovedale College. And the next game we're going to see Swallows taking on FB United. That promises to be a good match. Please stay tuned to the Eagle Media YouTube channel, and we'll see you there.
Who are we? We are the alarm at 4:30 a.m. We are practice before school and after work. We are fitness goals. We are goals. We are focused, balanced, relentless. We are real, and real sees real. We are you.
You can just see the coaching staff of the Bobbies there just explaining to the boys it got a bit tight, but a couple of you really put up your hands. A great defensive effort on the try line just before the scrum half from Lovedale went over to make it a tight affair at the end of the fixture. And you can see the scoreboard there. East London Police taking out the second game of the Taki Town Brutten Cup. 21 points to 20 over Lovedale College from King Williamstown. And we will go down to the post-match presentations hosted by Junior Baleni. He'll be talking to the man of the match and the two captains of this fixture. Great effort, as we mentioned, by Police just to hold on to that victory. Lovedale were in the fixture the whole time. And those border players just putting up their hands for Police. And we're going to go down now to Junior Baleni and the post-match interviews.
And with man of the match here, Shumelo Pankyo, the scrum half for Lovedale College. What a game it was indeed for you. I know you didn't walk away with the win, but you certainly walked away with the hearts of the people.
Yeah, you know, it was not easy. It was a tough game because we were playing with the champs, but we managed to play the rugby. That with the coach want us to play. Yeah, sharp.
All right, congratulations, man. And I see you walking away with 500 Rand from our main sponsors. Take it down. Enjoy your prize, man. Hi, Skip.
And a lovely man of the match performance there by Slomelo, the scrum half from Lovedale College. Lovely to see a man of the match coming from the losing side. We're going to go down now to hear from the captains.
All right, so I'm with the Lovedale captain himself, Kanati. You didn't win this game, very unfortunate, but what went wrong in that game?
No, into esiyayenza yabo sesifuna urush ibhola of which ibhola yethu, so that's where siyasana mistakes ezininzi ke ngoku yabo, but sayilungisa loo nto leyo, sayilungisa ingxaki sikhule kudala wawudlala sisonke yabo, sikhole kwi-league, so sizodlala apha namhlanje, that's why sirush olu hlobo yabo, but kuzawuthi kwenzeke bhuti.
Dabulela, thank you so much and well done. Congratulations, but good luck for your next game.
And you can see some disappointed faces there from the captain of Lovedale College. He had a tremendous game. Did the first centre. He crashed it up. He ran hard. But unable to get the victory. And that was enough from the Lovedale College side. Now we're going to go down to the captain and see him, what he has to say from Bobby's.
I am with Lovedale coach Soso Kiva, a man that you guys I know at home are used to seeing on your TV screens, especially the voice himself. Dikela, very close, very close. Execution, you tried it. In the nick of time, you just couldn't make it. But you can see that the people here love what you did. You have certainly won over the hearts of the people here at SISA DUKASHE. What does this mean, knowing that you have such support and people are backing you 100%?
Yeah, firstly, let me say thank you to God, because remember, these are students, these are under 21, under 19 boys, and I'm glad that there's the supporters or everyone who's watching in this game, where we're applauding these young men, because remember, it's their kids. They are supporting these young men, and remember, when you're playing against the top team like Police, the Police is a beast in the Eastern Cape, in the entire Eastern Cape. But for my boys, I told them, take it easy. You don't have any point to prove. You don't have anything to prove here. Just be patient and take things slowly, and make sure that you allow the Police to play their own rugby, and then you watch your counter attacks. Then we work on those things. Yes, we struggle a bit in terms of the lineouts and scrums. What is part of the game? We knew that it's going to happen. But let me tell you this: I'm proud of these boys. I told them, come here. This is a preparation for the Premier League playoffs. But you know what? We're taking this tournament seriously. At least we got a point here. I'm proud of them. Now the confidence, as you can see, hear them, they are singing now. I don't know what to say, man. I'm a man of few words, you know that.
Certainly well done to Lovedale and your team. Good luck for the next game here, Soso.
I do apologize for getting that wrong. That was the Lovedale College coach, Soso Kiva. And you can see himself and Junior have a good relationship, co-commentators. And what an epic game that was, where East London Police took out a tight victory over the Lovedale College side from King Williamstown, 21 points to 20. Just a reminder that you can stay on this YouTube channel and watch the next fixture, where we see Swallows taking on FB United, where myself, Nick Clegg, and Junior Baleni will host you in commentators.
Who are we? We are the alarm at 4:30 a.m. We are practice before school and after work. We are fitness goals. We are goals. We are focused, balanced, relentless. We are real, and real sees real. We are you.